Hi, I'm Jan.
I'm Tracey, and we are here on the MSC Seashore.
Now, the Seashore is a beautiful ship. Now, at 169,000 tons, it's not the largest in the MSC fleet, but at 1,112 feet, it is the longest. Now, we are on a Caribbean cruise, and we currently have about 5,400 passengers, which is almost 1,000 more than the 4,500 passengers that is on double capacity, and only about 200 away from its maximum capacity, which is about 5,600. So there's lots of people here, and as you can see, it's raining, so that's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you this beautiful ship, and what you're going to see is below Tracey and I, you're going to see a deck map. You're going to see a small little red dot that will approximate where we are on the ship. So let's go see the MSC Seashore.
We're here on deck 20, and this is where your MSC has its sports platform. So behind me, you can see the basketball court, and in the daytime, this actually turns into a pickleball court for competitions.
All right, so right behind me and above what is known as the Pirates Cove, which we'll show you in just a few moments, is the Adventure Trail. This is kind of the outdoor playground, which has a lot of different rope bridges and tunnels and different places. And we're going to get to the other side here. We've come down to deck 19, and right behind me is the first of the 18 different bars and lounges we're going to show you. That's here on the MSC Seashore. And it, in the lounging areas, overlooks the Long Island pool that is on deck 18.
Ship comes big fun, and on deck 19 you have 3 water slides, but you have to access them all the way up on deck 21.
So obviously we're not dressed to go down them now, but we will in a few moments. What do you think, Trace?
That was good.
All right, want to do it again?
Yes.
All right, but first, let's continue on with the tour.
MSC is a little bit different than other cruise lines in that they have different experiences. They have the Bella class, the Fantasia, the Aurea, and the Yacht Club. If you are in the Aurea class or Yacht Club and higher, you have access to a private area called the Top 19 Solarium. Inside here, you're going to find hot tubs as well as a bar, only for people in Aurea and higher class.
So while the hot tubs in the Top 19 Solarium are only for the Aria Experience guests, don't worry about that because there are lots of different hot tubs such as these here and pools throughout the ship that you can actually use regardless of what your experience is.
We move back to the aft and down to deck 18, where we find the Long Island pool with its giant TV screen, which they use to show movies, a really decent-sized pool, several hot tubs, and of course, there's a bar.
All right, so we have just come inside from the Long Island pool, and we've come to the place that when I was a kid, I would have spent all my time in the area behind me, which is the Hall of Games. The Hall of Games is your arcade, and not only do they have a different variety of different games you can play, this is also where you have the F1 simulator. MSC has a relationship with F1 sports and racing, as well as a lot of different types of VR experiences. Now, this is a place that you have to pay to play. But they do have various different packages, so the more you play, you're going to be able to save a little bit more money.
Things that we really like about MSC is its commitments to the family, and this is best exemplified by the Do Re Mi Land. This is supervised childcare at no extra fee from ages 6 months to 17 years, and they are broken off into age-appropriate play. And so you do have to register your kids when you come in here, and I believe that they are open until almost 11 o'clock every night when you are at sea or when you are sailing.
So we've just moved from the 18th deck to the 16th deck. You might be asking what happened to the 17th deck. Well, there isn't one. And the reason is, well, it goes all the way back to the Romans. See, in Roman numerals, 17 is XVII. Now, the issue with that is in Italian culture, if you take XVII, that can become an anagram for VIXI, or Vixi, that literally means you're dead. So in Italian culture, this is 17 is kind of like the 13, and you're not going to find any deck 17s on any MSC ship, nor are you going to find a stateroom that ends with a 17.
One of the things we really like on deck 16 is the Jungle Pool Bar and Lounge. This is a great indoor pool, which is perfectly weather appropriate because on this cruise, it's been raining a lot. So you have a pool, you have hot tubs, you have a retractable roof, and for the adults in the room, you have a bar right next to it and ice cream.
Now, one of the advantages of the Jungle Pool Lounge is it is literally just steps to the Marketplace Buffet. And I'll tell you, this is one of the largest buffets we've seen on any cruise ship. It has almost 1,200 seats, which sounds like a lot, but remember, we have like 5,400 people on the ship, so it does get crowded. But what we have learned was, if you continue going further and further back, it actually becomes less chaotic.
As we come out to the back of Deck 16, leaving the Marketplace Buffet, we are here on the aft of the ship, and this is one of my favorite places with the great view, the Bridge of Sighs right next to the Sky Bar.
All right, so decks 9 through 15 are all cabins, so we're not going to take you off of those. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to take the elevator down to deck 8. Now, the elevators on the MSC Seashore are a little different than you might be used to, because normal elevators, you go, you hit the call button, the elevator doors open, you go in, and then you select your floor that you want to go to. That's not what happens here. Instead, what happens is there's a panel. You're going to press the floor that you want to go to, and the computer's going to tell you which elevator to use. I guess what this system is to be optimize the best flow for the elevators.
Here we are on Deck 8 with sweeping views of the back of the ship and the aft. This is the infinity pool and bar area. This is an adults only area, and it's a great way to relax. As you move forward on Deck 8, you get to the spa and gym complex. And inside this area, you have your barber shop, your beauty shop, your nail salon, and then you also have the MSC Aurea Spa, and this is your thermal spa area. So you have the massage treatment rooms, and then you have the sauna and steam room complexes and the cold rooms. So the nice thing about the thermal area is if you are on the yacht club, you get free access to the thermal area, except for on sea days where you do have to make an appointment, and then it's limited to 1 hour a day.
Right next to the spa is the spacious gym. Here you're going to find free weights, techno gym weight machines, and all those cardio machines to get your heart racing while you look out to sea.
We're going to show you the main casino in a few moments, but where we are right now is a small little casino that's right next to the sports bar. It is a smoking area. And as I said, right next to that little casino, you have the sports bar. This is a space I really love. Not only do you have these big windows, looks out of the sea, you have this very large bar that wraps all the way around the bartenders, and then you have lots of seating. And a lot of the seating is kind of intimate, little cubby holes. You have lots of different TV showing different sports. It's just a really neat atmosphere.
once you get to deck 8, this is where your specialty restaurant clusters are located. And we're at the first of the 4 specialty restaurants you can find here. This is the Ola Cantino and Taco Bar. And what this is one of your specialty restaurants. So this is all a la carte, or you can get it as part of your dining package. And what we have not yet quite been to it, but it is not Tex-Mex, it is true, authentic Mexican food. And what people have recommended here is the tableside guacamole as well as the street tacos.
Now, right overlooking the Atrium, if we go down here, we have all the different shops that you can buy different things here on the MSC Seashore. You know, in a lot of cities, you have these little neighborhoods, the area of the city where all the great restaurants is. Well, this is that place. This is the Chef's Court. This is where you have, I think it's 4 of your different specialty restaurants, which really kind of makes it nice that they've put them all in one place. So it's kind of like going to one of those neighborhoods on date night.
The first of your specialty dinings is Kato Teppanyaki, and this is like any teppanyaki place that you've been before. They put on quite a production. They're a little bit loud, but it looks like it's a lot of fun.
And among all those great restaurants, you might be looking for a bar. You have that here with the cocktail bar.
If you fancy a glass of wine, the wine cellar is the place to be. They have a huge variety of wines here, and they even have wines on tap. What we did find out, though, is the wines on tap are not part of your drink package.
And one of our favorite restaurants on an MSC ship is the Butcher's Cut. This is your steakhouse.
Another one of your specialty restaurants is a Kato Sushi Bar here on deck 8. This one is really neat. First of all, they have a color coding system. So when you get a piece of sushi, it is marked by a color, and that is the price. And the other thing that they have that I think is really neat is all of the sushi comes out on conveyor belts. This is open during dinner only on port days, and it's open for lunch and dinner on sea days.
And if you love seafood, come to Ocean Key. Ocean Key is a Mediterranean seafood restaurant right here on the MSC Seashore. So as you moved all the way aft on deck 8, you come to the Uptown Lounge. This is a beautiful lounge, a really nice space, has a dance floor and live entertainment in the evenings, as well as, well, of course, a bar. What we're going to do is we're going to go right down to the aft of deck number 7, where we find the Cabaret Rouge. This is a multi-level lounge that has a bar and lots of seating area on the upper deck. And then if you go down, you have a nice dance floor and place for live entertainment.
We're here at the Manhattan Restaurant. This is one of your 4 complimentary dining venues. And what I really like about what MSC has done is they've taken away the concept of the humongous main dining room and made it into 4 smaller areas to give you a lot more intimate feeling when you're having your dining experience.
So this is the 5th Avenue restaurant. This is the 2nd of the main dining rooms. Now, if you're in the Oreo class, this is your restaurant.
favorite spaces on this ship is the champagne and wine bar. I love champagne. What a great area this is. It's midship on the Atrium, sleek design, and it overlooks the beautiful Atrium.
Now we finally arrived at the main casino. This is the Signature Casino. It's a huge casino with both table games as well as slot machines, and in the evenings it's pretty busy.
In the middle of the ship, we find the Danza del Mar, or the Dance of the Seas. Towering 12 meters, or 39 feet tall, it spans decks 5 through 8. This glass artwork of 190 colored fish was created by the Murano glass company Venini and commissioned by the MSC Foundation to call awareness to the importance of the seas and the creatures that dwell within.
As we get to deck 7 forward, we are at your Madison Theater. This is your traditional theater show area, and it has capacity for 1,200 people to sit. If you feel like shopping, come down here to Times Square on deck 6. This is the main portion of Times Square. This is where you're going to have your fine jewelry, your fine watches. What better way to satisfy your sweet tooth than coming down to the chocolate bar here at the Vinci on deck 6. They have all kinds of chocolate assortments, and you can get it by the grams or by the pound. It's kind of expensive, but it looks like delicious.
There are so many wonderful places here on the seashore, and this is certainly one of them. We are here on deck 7. We are at the Atrium, which is absolutely beautiful. The Atrium is one of the best atriums I've seen on any ship. It has a wonderful area for live entertainment, a dance floor, the bottom floor here on the deck 6. It is just fantastic. Here is the Shine Bar. I love the Shine Bar. Lots of nice seating, and there's windows looking off to the left and the right of the ship. And you also find your excursions desk.
Since some U.S. banks don't allow pre-authorization of credit cards, MSC, being European, has onboard kiosks such as these where you have to activate your card once on board.
Here on deck 6 aft is your third of your 4 main dining rooms. This is a Tribeca restaurant. Here on deck 5, we have not only the Atrium, but we have the Seashore Bar, we have the Future Cruises, and we have guest services.
All right, so we finally made it to the 4th of the 4 main dining rooms. This is Central Park. Now, not only is MSC Cruises the 4th largest cruise line in the world, this parent company, MSC, is the largest container shipping company in the world. So this is a company that relies upon the seas to be able to make everything else go. And which I really like is the fact that they understand this and have started the MSC Foundation. The MSC Foundation is gains money and spends money and sponsors lots of different scientific and ecological restoration projects like Ocean Key in order to protect the seas that will give all of us so much joy. So we made it back to the Seashore Bar here in the Atrium, but we have one other thing to show you, which is the Yacht Club. So go and watch this video to see the Yacht Club, and as always, keep on traveling.